Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Andrew.
Gentleman's name?
Andrew.
Andrew. So Andrew, so how does it feel celebrating your 100th knockout century?
As normal, because I am not the only person
Okay.
going to radio work. Before me, there are so many.
In this particular Chuim village?
Not in the Chuim area, but there are few. But all ones in the scripture, you will find the names of all.
Oh yes, of course, that's right, yeah. And you've got a whole lot of your family members here today. Right. So, well, what's the secret of your youth?
I have got no secret. My life is an open life.
Tell us more about your open life.
I can't tell you anything more than I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. But any interesting incident that happened in your life, say whilst you in your boyhood, that you would like to share with us and the readers of BandraBuzz?
No, there was nothing particular that I can tell you. I spent my life just like all youth, I had friends, used to enjoy, used to have parties, and all that. That's all.
I'm sure you had a favorite game, something that was your passion.
My favorite game, I can't tell you favorite, but I used to often play badminton, tennis, and I was good at badminton also. I had a medal for that.
You have a medal for badminton?
Badminton.
See there.
Yeah. I was the secretary of sport.
Okay. Right. So you got awards for sports. So you are a sporting person. And probably that's the reason why you have been able to knock a century.
Because we had a big ground,
Yeah.
Bandra green. There we had a big ground where we used to play cricket, hockey, football, and golf also. I was interested in golf, playing golf.
So where were you playing golf? Do we have an open area here for golf?
We had a very good golf course here. With 9 holes,
Yeah.
but and all the Europeans and Pali Hill, there were a lot of Europeans staying there. So Sunday, Saturday they used to come. And after they are going, we used to start playing.
Wow. So they had a regular tee, a regular turf here.
Yes, yes.
Okay, at Pali Hill. Which
Pali
was it?
Hill Golf Club was known.
Okay, and which era was that? Was it the 40s, 50s, 60s? When was this?
I
Because
can't
this is
remember.
news for us.
I
Yeah.
can't remember when they had started. But I remember right from my age when I was about 20. Because we used to every day go to the ground and we ourselves used to play our game.
All right, okay. Would you be able to specify which place in Pali Hill was this area so that we could go back in history that they had this golf course?
This Pali Hill itself, where St. Anne's Church is there.
St. Anne's Church, yeah, okay, right up on the
Right
top.
at-
Yes, correct,
And we
okay.
had the Calvary Church also right on the hill here.
Okay, yeah.
So
So that
we-
stretch. Okay, so was it between that stretch, between St. Anne's and St. Calvary, yeah, the Calvary?
That was there, mostly all the Europeans used to staying there.
Okay.
And there is only one hotel there. And here is now what is known as Union Park.
Union Park, yeah.
This,
Yeah.
all from this end to that end, now it is known as Union Park. But before, there were all mango trees there.
Okay,
It
yeah.
was a big garden and there were mango trees. And the beauty of that was, you stand anywhere and you look on any side, those trees were in place, and I can't understand that, and they have good competition.
Okay. Sorry, what did they have?
No, you stand anywhere.
Anywhere,
And
yes.
you could see the trees
Yes.
in one straight line,
One
this
straight
way.
line.
Yeah, one this
Right,
way.
okay.
If you look at this side, it is the that.
Yeah.
Any side you look, you look one straight.
And so this was a set of mango trees. Brilliant. Wow, that is good. And so you had golf on your mind. Where did you play? You said that your next sporting was football?
We used to play all sorts of
All
games,
sorts
but
of games.
not professional. We used to play sport for time.
Right. Wow. What is the single most thing that you liked about Pali Hill over the years? Before this encroachment came in and we had all these buildings and it became more like a city as the town. But when it was quiet, what was so fascinating about Pali Hill? And I'm sure a lot of people from the younger generation would love to hear that from you. You can always pick up from whatever memory you have, maybe if it was as part of the game, or if it was part of the dancing thing, or if it was part of the village festivities that you had, anything that really made you laugh at that point of time and you thought you could enjoy those 1930s, 40s, 50s, because a lot of the readers would be after 60s, so maybe the gap between 1920s and 1940s or 50s, anything that you find interesting, we'd love to hear that from you.
Or about Vincent de Paul Church.
In our young days, we used to always go rambling because this was half the jungle.
Yes, I believe it was half a jungle, correct, yes.
So we used to go shooting with catty.
Yes, okay.
Go shooting. Then when we used to kill those birds, we used to have parties.
Yeah.
We ourselves used to cook.
Cook that, okay, yeah. What sort of birds were available in this jungle at that time? What type of birds
Oh,
were
there
there?
were a lot of kinds of birds.
Yeah.
I don't see them, I don't see half of them.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
there were some good birds also, which nowadays I have not seen them.
Yeah. All right. So any type of bird that was available, you would like take your catty, knock it off, and then so you used to grill it or have it roasted over a spitfire.
No, I used to make actual curry.
You used to make actual curry. Okay. That is
And
interesting.
then all the boys used to contribute something.
Yeah.
And then we used to have food.
All right. So it was more like the fireside and picnic that you had in there. Yeah, I believe this was a jungle. I think that's the reason why a lot of these celebrities who have come in have got their houses in here. Like we've got Mr. Dilip Kumar, the actor, and then we've got Sanjay Dutt. They've got all these houses of theirs. I'm sure they came in as a hideout a long time ago.
Even Dilip Kumar used to come on the ground to play football with us.
He used to play with you? With you all?
With all the boys. We
Oh,
used to- and
okay.
we used to join us.
Yeah. So did he have any particular trait, or was he like cheating around? Something that was amusing about him as a boy?
We just come,
Yeah.
join us in our game.
All right. That was good. Fine. Anything that you remembered about your school days? Where did you school at?
I was going to St. Stanislas.
At St. Stanislaus. You're a St. Stanislaus boy. So how would you walk from here all the way to St. Stanislaus?
Just walking, we took a walk in that time. There were no rickshaws and buses.
Right.
So we used to go walking. Of course, we used to go in gangs.
Yeah.
With 5 or 6 boys together. We used to go.
Yeah. Any reason why you used to go in gangs?
And that's because we were boys
Yeah.
and we were this friends.
Yeah.
So always the same timing was the same. So we used to live all together.
I need to ask you, is that when you were gangs, did it help you protection? Did they have a lot of animals here, wild animals?
Higher than any background. I don't think we had any higher.
Okay. All right. Okay. Although people kept saying that this was a jungle, and so obviously they must have had probably leopards.
This jungle in this sense that there is a lot of trees. So there are no wild animals. At least I have never experienced.
Never experienced that. What is the charming thing about Chuim village? This village has a lot of significance. Can you tell us why is it so lively and significant with people in Bandra?
Since my youth, we have been joining and playing We had a tennis court there, but badminton court.
Okay.
And then the golf course also, we could play there only after the Europeans of
Okay, so when did the Europeans leave from here?
They took on every Sunday to play,
Okay.
morning, evening. And weekly, there were some people, some of the Europeans, maybe they had holidays or something.
So was this before? Yeah, was this before Independence Day? We were talking about the British who came in at that point of time.
Much before independence.
Oh, much before independence, you had these Europeans who were
I
here.
think after independence, mostly the Europeans left.
They left. Okay. So this is before independence. Yeah, you had a lot of them. Yeah. Were they friendly whilst you all were together playing?
Yes, they were friends.
And they used to come in on Sundays.
On Sunday. And weekdays also, but that is depends on who what holiday they make.
Yeah. Right. So did you have any religious festivities here that stands out? Like any particular one over the years, a religious festival? Say like at Easter, were there much more celebrations than Christmas or Christ the King? Anything that you think was?
For Christmas, we used to go for a midnight fast,
Yeah.
and then we took a rambling all over Bandra.
Yeah.
Because there was-
Yeah. I remember about the Christmas, and I remember also we had these small little, those little pellets we used to throw and make noise, yeah, after Mass. I understand that. That was very good. Anybody who has inspired you in your life, Mr. Andrew?
particularly, I've been my whole life.
Okay. You've lived your life to the fullest. Yeah. So did you have like Nelson Mandela? Were you inspired by him? Or,
I used to read about them.
yeah.
I had no particular interest in anyone.
Right. Okay, so besides the celebrity in Chuim village, was there any Dada, anybody that had all of you all get together in solidarity? Anybody that was
In
there?
our family, there are no dadas and all.
No Dadas. Okay. Well, what did you all call if somebody was trying to show off? And any particular charming name? Because we'd like to hear what you will call people in 1910s and 1920s.
We didn't hear of dadas and all people now.
Okay.
We are all friendly.
Everyone was friendly. All right. Okay. That was interesting in there. Right. Yeah. So you are a religious person.
I'm a religious person in the sense that I follow my faith.
Yes. Okay.
I read a lot of this religious books. I bought some books also this John Bosco magazine book.
Yes.
What I feel that because my thing to do, I took it for great cutting. So I've got a lot of them.
You have a book of cuttings?
Yes.
Okay. What is the
Especially of the crisis, Red Cross,
Okay.
South,
Yeah.
and I've got some other on Wolverine about that. So I've got, I can show you to.
Yeah. So you have an album with all these
I
cuttings?
have made books.
You made books out of it? Okay, fine. So do you trade this in these books with people when they come over? Do they see them and they ask?
My own people, if I tell them to do, they have got more time.
They went, "Oh." Well, this is more of a commercial world, but much earlier it was good. I also understand that you did write something, you contributed towards one of the articles recently about Bandra. You don't recollect. Okay, fine. Wasn't there something?
The church, Vincent de Paul.
Vincent de Paul. Yes.
We had this and I was a member of the weekly.
Yes.
She used to meet, discuss something, I would get it right. That was in my time. But now I think they are a lot better than
These have to be followed.
we had no church. So I used to go to St. Peter's and Pali. St. Peter's Church.
St. Jesus Church in Pali.
Pali St. Peter's.
Pali Khal. Yes, okay. Yeah. All right.
And
And
that time, that church had just come up. And all of the cars were there. So it take interest.
so from what I can understand, that part of your life was spent, you used to go to St. Stanislaus, then you used to go to St. Teresa's, right? So it was generally your mode of transport at that time was all, everybody used to walk down to all these places?
Yes, both.
Okay.
I had a motorbike, so I had to go on
You had a motorbike? Which year was this?
1950.
1950 you had a motorbike. Wow, okay, yeah, right. Were there any speed limits at that time or you used to overspeed?
No speed limit. Used to go freely.
Yeah.
And that is what I always tell my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I said in 1950,
Yeah.
I had a motorbike, and I had a motorbike in the whole village.
Yeah.
There were 3 people who had motorbikes.
Yes.
And now I tell them that in one house there are 3 motorbikes.
There are 3 motorbikes, okay. So that's the highlight about it there. Things have changed to such an extent. That is good. So on your motorbike, who generally was your rider?
So I used to go alone. That time,
Used to go alone.
That time the nieces and nephews, they were young.
Okay. Fine. So you had to make your way all the way to Were you an altar boy? Did you read at church at that point of time? Anything interesting that was on your spiritual level? You know, are you a spiritual person?
I'm very because in this and that time did not go there.
You're doing your duty. I think that's the reason why you've got such a longevity in your life in there. Right? Yeah.
Even read pictures, when I used to go to Mars, we used to collect different pictures, and I used to commence the rosary there, and used to say the rosary every day. That's all for a mark,
Right. So I understand, and I know when my grandfather and my parents come as well. My father is also almost 96. He's nearing 96 next month. I remember we used to go to Mangalore and we used to have a lot of these rosary. But today, rosary doesn't seem to be on people's agenda. Am I right? Yeah. Yeah. So at that point of time, is it true that all the houses used to have rosary every evening, diligently, and
even if you are praying, you hear the angel, and angel is at 7 o'clock, and everyone is going to go home and they say. So the family is actually, as far as I know, both of the family is to say their family.
they have a family rosary here. So in this Chuim village, how many families are here? If you can recollect, it would be nice to know.
In the village, there, at that time there were only about 50 to 55 houses.
There were 55, between 50 to 55 houses. And most of them were all East Indians?
Mostly were not East Indians,
Yeah.
but they were all Catholics.
They were all Catholics. Okay, fine. Yeah, so you had a huge family bonding at that point of time? With all these families? They were always helping one another?
Because we were young, we used to go around doing all the each one knew the other. So we had like that.
How did you manage your studies at that time? There was no electricity. So how, this particular village, maybe in the 1920s and 1930s,
We had kerosene lamp.
you had kerosene lamps at that point of time. And that, yes, I have seen that even in Mangalore, yeah, which is true. Yeah. Just another few more questions to ask you is, what do you attribute or what do you feel helped you grow old so gracefully and still have a knockout century at 100?
I already have faith in God.
Okay, you have faith in God, yes. One.
And then I'm thankful for such a long and healthy life.
Great. Yeah, that is gratitude. Okay. Yeah. Anything that you would like to share about your food habits, maybe that help you keep yourself?
What comes I
At this age now, do you still have a diet? No. Okay. Do you still move around in the village, or are you at?
No, I don't go back. For nearly 6 to 7 years I have not gone into the village. And into church also about 4 or 5 years I come going to church. After my I used to go for daily. Then I stopped daily. I used to go on Sunday. But about 4 or 5 years I stopped doing that.
Okay. So now you have people who come home and then give you communion in here.
We have got ministers who bring Holy Communion every Saturday. And we have got some priests. He comes on every Thursday.
And that's good in here. Right. Something that is interesting is, do you watch movies? You used to watch.
I don't like my children can watch the movie every day, but I am not interested in it.
Okay. In your younger days, were you interested in movies?
I used to go sometimes in a month or 2 months, and we used to go because there are no TV.
Yeah.
And we used to go to Paradise Cinema.
I mean, it's in that name.
Or
And used to walk.
at King Circle.
At King Circle.
There was one plaza.
Yeah. Plaza. Yeah.
One theatre was there.
There was a theatre.
So we used to on a holiday, especially we used to go for the serial.
Alright. Yeah. So we're talking about, was this in the 1950s?
1950.
You used to go for the movies to Paradise?
Even a little before that.
Much before that, yeah. And was that on your bike or was it
No, we used to go by train.
by train? Alright, okay. So this is why, the reason why I asked you is, yeah. So who's your favorite actress?
Favorite?
Actress. Do you have a favorite?
Actress?
Yeah, in the movie.
I've got my favorite.
We don't have a favorite. No one's that's favorite. Yeah. Oh, you must be having a favorite actor. We've got Dilip Kumar and we've got Saira Banu, who are our neighbors here.
But those days people were staying here.
Yeah.
I was not interested in them. Only they used to come because they used to come also on that ground.
Yeah.
And he used to dine our plane.
That's all. Okay. So you didn't have any. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me ask you a few things about, do you have a favorite food that you like? Nothing.
Food and drink, I have any particular.
No favorites, nothing at all. Okay. So,
In fact, we had one president officer of all in that way.
okay, who was this? Yeah.
I can't get the name.
Fine.
I can't get the name, but there was
But you used to share all your meals with them?
And all these buildings and all this is about open.
Okay.
There is that one building thing that also in somewhere in 1970.
So you did go for the last, now we've got the Eucharistic Congress, am I right? Not the one that you just finished off here. So when we had the last Eucharistic Congress, that was in 1960. 1960?
64.
64, 1964. Yeah.
I've got the recording of it.
You have a recording of the 1960.
When the Pope came.
And the Pope came in there? Yeah, okay,
And the
so.
Pope came first, and
Yeah.
Pope John Paul VI.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So I used to get on the radio or the news, and I used to record it. So I've got a recording of it. And I've got catalog of it.
You've got a catalog of them there, okay. So how many minutes is that recording which you have from the radio? How many minutes is that? Is it an hour? Is it?
Not taken the timing. But if you like to hear, I can play it.
Oh, this is great, yeah. Having a recording of that, the audio recording, that will go to the archives, yeah. And people would love to hear bits of it, because I remember someone had put in the Queen's visit when she came in there. It came in on the WhatsApp. Very good, yeah. So you have a terrific memory. Absolutely. Did you program that? Did you condition yourself to get this memory?
Well, I can still remember my grandfather when he died in 1924.
Yeah.
My father died in 1927.
Okay. So just give me 1 minute, please.